Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Michigan versus Minnesota college basketball matchup on Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do every day at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our best bets, our premium picks. Use that discount code PICK, get 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. Michigan taking on Minnesota. Michigan a disappointing 6-7 on the season. Minnesota entering this one 10-3. Of course, this is Big Ten college basketball. Minnesota comes into this one 8-2 in their last 10 straight up and 9-1 against the number, while Michigan just 3-7 straight up and 2-8 against the number. We know the Wolverines played a very, very tough out-of-conference schedule and had limited success against it. And in the Big Ten, 1-1 in those earlier Big Ten games where they split, losing at home to Indiana as a 6.5 point favorite, then going to Iowa and as a 4-point dog, winning that game by 10 points. But we know that Michigan also played some really tough out-of-conference schedules, losing at Oregon, Texas Tech, playing Memphis, losing by 4 in that one in a game they were favored by a point. But really that earlier season loss to Long Beach State at home kind of set the tone so far for the season that we've seen from the Wolverines. Obviously not quite the same team that we saw. Of course, Hunter Dickinson gone to Kansas, transferred, but just not that same level that Michigan has had in recent years. When we look at Minnesota, this is a team that's been down for a while, but really looked to be making a little bit of a comeback. They did get a home win against Nebraska in that 2-game stint of Big Ten games that they played a few weeks ago. They lost at Ohio State by 10 in a game that they were getting 12.5. We've seen Minnesota have great programs in the past and really struggle in recent years. And I think, Minnesota kind of trying to draw a line in the sand and become, a more competitive team. What we see is that they're shooting the three fairly decently, 36.4%, 77th best in the country, but they're a lot more efficient than they have been shooting the basketball, shooting it at 49.6% from the floor, which is one of the better in the nation. Meanwhile, Michigan, a lot of their failure has come by just the failures to guard the perimeter. Teams shooting almost 36% from beyond the arc against this team. Michigan's offense is still effective, but the thing is, their offense and offense only. They shoot the three a lot, and they shoot it at a pretty good rate, 38.3%, and shoot 48.5% from the floor. So, a team that certainly makes a lot of their opportunities. Minnesota has a clear edge, though, on the boards in this one, as they have just been a lot more aggressive team when it comes to that. And I think, when you have a team that's kind of trying to make their way back from struggles like Minnesota has had, I think that you learn that rebounding, hitting free throws, and playing defense, these are all a big part of the turnaround. I think Minnesota is certainly doing that. I think this game's going to be competitive. I'm going to take the points here with Minnesota, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.